Hello students, welcome back. So in this part, we'll be discussing general solutions and some formulae based on it. It's like we'll be discussing the solution to equations of the form sin theta is equal to sin alpha or cos theta is equal to cos alpha. So the solution that we'll be getting, we'll be discussing over in this video. So let's start. So let's start with general solution. Now basically general solution, if I say, is a set of all the solutions that a trigonometric equation would be satisfied by. That is, the particular values of x that would be satisfying the equation would be lying in a set, and those values would be periodic in nature because of the trigonometric ratios itself being periodic in the first circle and second circle and so on. Hence, if I consider trigonometric functions are periodic functions, so the solutions of trigonometric equations can be generalized with the help of periodicity. Mind, periodicity is the keyword here of the trigonometric functions. So a solution set consisting of all the possible solutions of the trigonometric equation would be called a general solution. So I can say that general solution is a set of all solutions of a trig equation. If I take an example for sin theta is equal to 0, hence in the first circle if I consider, the solutions would be theta is equal to 0, pi, 2 pi, then 3 pi, 4 pi and so on and so forth. Hence if I subdue it, I would get theta is equal to n pi would be the solution to this equation. If I consider cos theta is equal to 0, I would get odd multiples of pi by 2, hence this would be the solution set 2n plus 1 pi by 2. As in the first circle, cos theta is equal to 0 at theta is equal to pi by 2 and 3 pi by 2. In the case of tan, the same solution would be contained as in the case of sine, because tan is itself sin theta over cos theta, and if I get numerator as 0, then I would get the value tan theta itself is equal to 0. In the next, if I consider sin theta is equal to 1, then in the first circle sin theta is equal to 1 only at pi by 2. Then in the next circle it would be again 2 pi plus pi by 2 and so forth in the coming circles. So if I condense those solutions, I would get theta is equal to 2n plus 1 pi by 2, that is odd multiples of pi by 2 in the first quadrant itself. Hence, if I say theta is equal to 2n plus 1 pi by 2 would be a solution to sin theta is equal to 1. Now for cos theta is equal to 1, it is only possible at theta is equal to 0, 2 pi, 4 pi and so on. So even multiples of pi, that would be 2n pi. So theta is equal to 2n pi. If I say cos theta is equal to minus 1, then cos theta is equal to minus 1 only at theta is equal to pi in the first circle, and in the coming circles it would be 3 pi, 5 pi, 7 pi and so on. So odd multiples of pi would be there, which can be represented as theta is equal to 2n plus 1 pi, as in theta is minus 1 at pi, so this would be here. So in the first circle I would be getting one value, that is pi, so I'll be completing the circle, and then again coming I would be getting 3 pi, then in the next circle again I would be getting 5 pi and so on. So these values can be condensed as 2n plus 1 pi would be the solution set or the general solution to cos theta is equal to minus 1. Now for the general term, usually we don't come across sin theta is equal to 0 or sin theta is equal to 1, as they are absolute terms and we cannot generalize on those basis. So they are the ideal models. We have generated an information out of it, and we will try to generalize that information into other formulae like sin theta is equal to sin alpha. So in that case what we will do is, we will try to condense a formula for the solution set or the general solution for this equation, that is sin theta is equal to sin alpha. So sin theta is equal to sin alpha. If I say, suppose this be alpha, Now alpha, sin alpha is here positive, so alpha would be lying in the first or second quadrant, as sin is positive only in the first or second quadrant. So alpha is definitely, I'm sure that it would be lying in first or second quadrant, as sin theta is equal to sin alpha, so it is a positive equivalence of two sines. So if I say, now look at the formulae, that is having a n pi plus minus 1 raised to n alpha. Now what does that mean? It says that it actually defines the two quadrants itself, the first and the second quadrant. If I put an even value, I would get 2 pi, that would be lying here, then plus of minus 1 raised to n, that n would be even, so I would get minus 1 raised to 2, so that would that can be neglected, I would get a positive term, so that will be n pi plus alpha. So n pi plus alpha, where n is even, so it will be lying here, plus alpha, that is in the anti-clockwise direction again, so I would get again at the same point where alpha was located, and I would get the value at the same point then here. Now if I take odd value, for odd value theta would be, let it be 3 pi, so 3 pi plus minus 1 raised to 3 is minus 1 of alpha, so that would be 3 pi minus alpha. Now 3 pi minus alpha would be, if I have to plot 3 pi, I would start from 0, that is 2 pi, first circle complete, then one more pi, so now I have reached to 3 pi minus alpha, as it is a negative number, so I would be in clockwise direction from the point where I have already reached till alpha radians, so that would be this point, so I would be getting alpha in the second quadrant then. So these are the two possible solutions of this equation, sin theta is equal to sin alpha, and the formula hence is so designed. Now in talking in terms of the value or the range where I can find the value of alpha, now see, that is a very general equation. What would the value of alpha be? I have to take out the value, because I have already seen that I am getting two values, that is first value and second is in the first quadrant. Hence, how can I finalize the value of alpha? So there has to be a particular range in which my alpha should lie, so that there is no difference if I am calculating the value in any part of the world. So there has to be a set of rules defined for it. And in the case of sin theta is equal to sin alpha, it is decided, it's convention, that we take the value from minus pi by 2, that is here, till here. So alpha would be lying here, and in this case alpha would be this value, because if I take this value, this would be a solution, but this would be pi minus alpha or 3 pi minus alpha, and this would be just alpha or 2 pi plus alpha, of which alpha is the value taken and put in the general solution equation. Coming to the next part, if I look at cos theta is equal to cos alpha, I am getting the solution as 2n pi plus minus alpha. Now see, cos theta is equal to cos alpha, and the range it is defined for is 0 to 2 pi. And why is it so? Why is it different from sin theta? That is, for sin theta it was minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, and for cos theta it is 0 to pi by 2. So we have defined the range in such a way that for any value of alpha, whether it be positive or negative, we'll have a solution in one of the two quadrants in which it is defined for. Like in the case of sine, we were having the two quadrants as first and second, the fourth and first. So the fourth and first quadrant, in the fourth quadrant sine is negative, and in the first quadrant sine is positive. So I would take the value in the first quadrant in this case, in a particular case. Had it been negative, I would have taken the value in the fourth quadrant then. So in the case of cos theta is equal to cos alpha, coming back to it, it is defined for 0 to pi and not pi by 2 to minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, because those two quadrants if taken for minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, those two quadrants would have the value of cos theta is equal to cos alpha as positive in both the quadrants, which would not define the value, which would not define the general solution if I have cos theta and cos alpha, alpha being a negative angle. So I would not be able to figure out, as if the equation had been cos theta is equal to minus cos alpha, so I would not have been able to figure out the value. Hence, the equation, the solution set, the range that has been defined for alpha in this case is 0 to pi. And the solution is such decided that 2n pi plus minus alpha. So 2n pi is an even multiple of pi, so it will again always be lying at 0, and plus minus alpha. So that is be either this, that this being alpha, or in this direction, that is minus alpha. So two solution sets would be here. I would tell you which of the two can be selected in the case of principal solution in the coming lecture. So if this is the solution set or the general solution equation for cos theta is equal to cos alpha. Coming to the next part, that is tan theta is equal to tan alpha. I have theta is equal to n pi plus alpha, where alpha is minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. So again I get the two quadrants in which one of which is having the negative value of alpha, and another one would be having positive values. That is, tan is negative in the fourth quadrant and positive in the first quadrant. So these two quadrants are defined for the value of alpha. Also, I get theta is equal to n pi plus alpha. If I have n pi lying over here, that is or even value of pi and even value of n, so I would be here, then a positive alpha would be here. So this will be the solution to tan theta equal to tan alpha. And if I have odd value of n, so that will be here, then a positive alpha in the clockwise direction, and I would again be having the point in the third quadrant, as tan theta is equal to tan alpha is a positive equivalence of two tans, so it will be in the positive quadrants. Then of these two quadrants, I will be taking the value in the first quadrant. So students, in this part we learned why a solution of the equation of the form sin theta is equal to 0 is such and sin theta is equal to 1 is different from that. In the next part, we will be having some wider formulae on based on the trigonometric equalities such as sin theta is equal to sin alpha, cos theta is equal to cos alpha, and many more. So stay tuned.